Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Meredith and it's been a minute since I've made a video. Today's video is for anyone recovering from COVID, really any sickness for that matter. The reason I'm making this video is I had COVID a couple weeks ago and I wasn't moving while I had COVID. I know people get it on different levels. I had it pretty bad for one whole week and I laid in my bed. So there wasn't really much movement going on. So I had to ease back into the practice. So I wanted to share that with you all. So what you'll need for today's practice is 2 blocks, a mat, a bolster, and a blanket. And if you don't have these props, you can always find other things that work just as well. Like a pillow from your bed can be substituted for the bolster. 2 blocks, go ahead and grab another pillow or blanket. If you don't have a blanket, grab a towel. Okay, we can make it work. So let's go ahead and start. And if it feels good during your practice, if you still have a little bit of a cough or you want something warm, go ahead and make some tea with maybe some honey, ginger, lemon, and feel free to sip on the tea throughout the practice. Get your vibe right in your home, maybe some candles, some music, so you can kind of set that whole scene up for yourself. All right, so we'll go ahead and start. So let's begin by coming into a reclined pose. And we'll do that by setting up the blocks, one a little bit higher than the other. And we're gonna recline the bolster. Now I wanna point out for anyone that is getting over a cough, that was like one of the only symptoms that I didn't have. Maybe set the bolster up a little bit higher, because if you're laying more like reclined back, then you might cough. But if you're elevated a little bit more, it could be a little bit better for you. And I'll show you how that will look. So you can do this setup, but if you want to be elevated a little bit higher, you just go ahead and set that first block up higher, like so. So I'll actually do that to show. So see how when I recline it, and I'm going to press on it just to make sure it's stable. So that's a pretty good elevated recline. If you come into that and you want to lower it, feel free to do so. And then let's go ahead and take our blanket or towel right up in front of the bolster. So we have some cushion to sit on, and also for anyone with a sensitive low back, this can be a nice little bit of elevation for the low back. So you'll sit right up against the bolster and recline. Check in with your body temperature if you need to remove an article of clothing, or if you want to add some layers of blankets, go ahead and do so. And then for the second part, check in with your legs. So if you feel good to extend them, you can. For the first part, we're just gonna focus on some deep breathing. So you can extend the legs. You can keep the feet bent, or the knees bent and the feet to the mat. And then sometimes I like to take my feet wide and then let my knees rest in towards each other. And then let's go ahead and rest the hands to our low stomach. Let the shoulders roll back, feeling completely held by the bolster. And then just start to notice your breathing. Maybe you close the eyes, maybe you take a soft gaze down. Just observing how our body feels in this moment. For the areas of the body that are feeling a little bit tender, or there's some discomfort, sending the breath, visualizing healing going into those areas of the body. And then for the parts of the body that are feeling pretty good today, sending some gratitude, saying thank you. And we'll take this time to just acknowledge the body's natural healing process. Thinking about the day, maybe your worst day of being sick, and how bad, how rough it was. And then moving forward, acknowledging how you're feeling today in this recovery process. And then setting an intention for your practice today or tonight, wherever you're practicing. Let's seal our intention together as a community. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. And then from there, go ahead and rest your hands down by your side. If your legs are extended, let's go ahead and step the feet to the mat, knees bent. And we'll start off with just a couple movements in our head. Let's start to look to the left, and then looking back to center over to the right. Moving left and right at your own pace. If you're holding tension on one side from maybe sleeping one way, then be easy, be gentle with yourself, and maybe hold there and take a couple deep breaths. And then bring the head right back to center. And then from there, let's reach our arms up to the ceiling. And just open and close the hands a couple times. From there, let's draw some circles with the hands, just getting into all those joints that have been resting. Waking them back up. Whoa. And then take it the opposite way. Sorry about that, my cat had a moment. Okay, and then let's go ahead and lower the hands right down. And then from there, go ahead and slide your right leg out. And then let's step that left foot like right inside the leg, right inside your right thigh. Hands can be however you'd like. And we're gonna go through a couple movements here of butterflying that left knee to open. And then slowly bringing it right back in. Inhale to open it out. Take your time, no rush. And then bring it right back in. And your right foot can be softened, doesn't have to be active. Butterfly. Bring it right back in. And let's do one last time, just noticing what you're feeling in that left hip joint. And bring it right back. Okay, and then from there, let's change sides. So slide that left leg down or extend it down. Step the right foot in. Left foot can be softened. The inside of my right ankle is touching the inside of my left thigh. Okay, let's start to add the movement. Inhale to open that knee out. Guiding it right back to center. Inhale to open. Noticing each time how it might feel the same or might be a little bit different. Bring it back to center. Inhale to open. Exhale to bring it right back in. And we'll do one more. Inhale to open. And exhale right back in. Now, if it feels okay to the low back, go ahead, extend both legs. If it doesn't, you can leave the feet to the mat. But if you can extend the legs, extend them. Let's just do a couple flexing and pointing of both feet. So I'm gonna flex my toes, curl my toes in towards me, and then exhale and point. Go ahead, flex. Exhale, point. Couple more, flex. Exhale, point. Last one. And exhale, point. And then go ahead, walk the feet right back in. And then let's reach the arms back up to the ceiling one more time. This time, interlace the fingers, rotate, give a nice press through. Notice that stretch that you feel in between the shoulder blades, possibly. And then from here, we're just gonna take some circles. So taking circles, any size that you'd like. You can take really small circles. You can take them a little bit more expansive. And then we'll pause and take them the opposite way. Finishing that last circular rotation. And then once you do, release the hands right back down. Let's pause here for 3 deep breaths. Once you finish your final deep breath there, very slowly start to roll on to either side. It can be your left side or your right side. Go slow. And then we're gonna come right into a seat. So if cross-leg feels good for you, take that option. And I'm gonna fold up my blanket and just sit on the edge, just to give a little cushion, a little bit of height. So other options for if cross-leg isn't your jam, you can always come into your legs like so. You can come into actually either here or cross leg was going to be best for our next part. Okay, so let's start to explore some cat cows. The 2 different ways that you can do that in this seated position is hands to the knees if your legs are cross leg. Inhale, guide the heart forward, really draw the chest forward, maybe gazing up. And then exhaling, tucking the tailbone, rounding the spine, letting the chin come in. Inhale, guide the heart forward. And if this cross leg isn't working for you today, you do that same movement, but with your legs like so. So I have my hands to underneath my knees, inhaling, guiding my heart forward. And exhaling, tucking the tailbone, rounding the spine. So you can do that rounding and heart opening, either option. So keep your pace going, whatever variation you're choosing. And this is really nice because we get some mobility in our spine from if you've been resting, from being sick, easing into some movement. Let's finish up maybe 1 full more round. And then come right into neutral. Then we're gonna go right into a twist, which you can do in this cross leg seat or you can do with the legs extended out. So crossing, I'll mirror you, crossing your right hand over to your left knee, left hand behind. If my legs are like so, then I'm here. And then as you're in this twist, let's explore how it feels to draw the chin down. Go ahead, bring it to neutral. Let's stay in the twist and then look over your opposite shoulder. right back to center. Let's take it to the next side. Go ahead, opposite hand over to the knee. Again, if you're in this position, you're here. And then let's start by chin coming down. Breathing into your back, wherever you're feeling the twist. Lift the head to neutral, and then look over the opposite shoulder. Come right back to center. Twist right back to center. And then from there, let's go ahead, join hands together at the heart. Take a moment, just notice how the body, the breath is feeling at this time. Acknowledge the intention that you may have set. Let's seal our practice together. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today. It's just a short practice to welcome some movement back into our body. I know for me, I wasn't even wanting to sit upright, to stand. I really needed to ease into it slowly. And that's why the bolster setup was a nice option for me to like be able to introduce some movement. And remember how I have it a little bit more elevated for those of you that are experiencing that cough, that would be better. So anyway, I hope this was helpful, and I will start to make some more videos and sending good health to everyone out there. So have a good day.